everybody, and welcome to What It Means to Be a Servant. I can't tell you how excited I am that everybody is listening right now and to know that this is going to be a new journey. I can't wait to give the different viewpoints of the restaurant industry, what it means to be a servant, and thank you so much for listening. Hi, and welcome back to What It Means to Be a Servant. My name is Raina Monahan, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am in a new of changing and just transitioning my episodes and to what I want to talk about. And re-listening to my last episode because I always try to improve or critique in the areas that maybe I could improve and something that I missed or something that I did, and realizing that I said the same thing twice, but also being able to be okay with just making mistakes and being able to own it, even if other people hear it. I think it's a moment where we're able to acknowledge where all of us are human, all of us are going to make mistakes, all of us are just trying to improve. And I'm reading this book right now called Atomic Habits by James Clear, talking with my brother and being able to change the ways that I would like to be, the ways that I would like to improve, not just for myself, but for my husband, for our kids, for just trying to be a better person and who I can be for others. And so I think when we're in the midst of just trying to figure things out, sometimes it could be lonely, sometimes we can feel lost, but I also feel God gives us the room and space and being able to adjust the kinks or, trying to work towards something. And as I was sharing before, I am transitioning into the topics that I would like to talk about and the things that I would really love to involve others in. And for me, it's a passion in being able to help individuals. I've helped with a program called Distinguished Young Women, and that was a turning point for me because it helped me be involved with community. It helped me to get perspective on how many individuals are able to change their path if they're given the right resources. And I've been very blessed in being able to have others that showed me something or, introduced books to me that maybe I never even thought of in the ways that I could change differently. And, with my husband, he's teaching me how to do projects, that things that I've never done before, but it's all a learning curve. And it's the ways that we're able to appreciate getting to the next level, whether that means learning a new hobby or learning a new skill, whether that means emotionally or physically. So going back to the Distinguished Young Women, when I was growing up, I focused on different things. You're a teenager, you're focusing on social groups or where you're at attractively, or, where you just are kind of in that moment and not really thinking of ways to improve for the future. And I was one of those individuals. I was just like, oh, well, this is what matters now. And I didn't really focus on the ways that I could be better in other areas. And I would like to welcome anybody that has thoughts. If you have a teenager or if you just have children in general, what are the things that make your child unique? What are the things that you want to be able to teach them so that they can have success in the world? And looking back, my husband helps the kids understand how to do projects with safety or being aware of, you know, opportunities. And I really admire that about him. And I have always wanted my son to be able to have a good outlook on how to be confident in the ways that he wanted to carry himself. And now being able to have three kids where I get to care about that, I think is very important. And when we're thinking about our school districts and, the programs, and one that I really appreciated was home ec, being confident with the kitchen or sewing and those kind of things. But also, I think what is valuable is for children to start learning about financial terminology, being able to get a grasp on what it means to be involved in community and what it means to have that hierarchy, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, being able to apply all of those things and being able to have it at a balance. I'm a person that I keep continuing in trying to get everything in a balance. And my brother said something to me that has stayed with me. And he said, "You're doing so great in life right now. And I'm so proud of you." And it meant a lot to me. And he just said, "I want you to write down what you're doing for your spirituality, what you're doing for your health, what you're doing in your relationships, all of those areas, because that's when I felt complete. That's when I felt confident. That's when I felt like I could keep on going and I could keep on adding." Being aware of this, I think, is very important, because if something is out of balance, I'll know where I need to get my roots back spiritually. I'll know where I need to get my roots back with health. And this is as a 37-year-old, and I do think it's a priority in being able to teach our children what it is to have balance in those areas of life. And so if you feel like our society needs this, our community needs this, I would love for you to leave any comments, or if you'd like to be a guest in speaking out about this, because I do feel people need to hear this. And I do feel like our children will definitely be able to improve or have confidence skills that maybe we didn't have as younger, and maybe we did, but being able to pass that along to not just your own children, but to other families. And I think when we want to build not just our own families, but being able to build the others around us is very, very important. So I would just like to thank you again for listening, and hoping that this hit something in you for yourself wanting to make a difference. And I hope you have a great day. With that being said, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone that chimed in today and took the time to listen. If you want to leave your thoughts, comments of what you thought, and stuff that you would love to hear more of, I would be more than happy to see everybody's responses, and I can't wait to give my next episode to you. Thank you. Bye.